Ready? Play.
Through kind of comfortably in the end, but I'm kind of thinking that Demonor's next match could actually maybe go 4 hours plus, because like just with the way that they're both playing, it's like it's going to be a
Right.
struggle
Yeah.
to watch.
Yeah, I know. And I was thinking about how I wanted to dictate that into our next conversation. I don't think we have to have too long of a conversation about the Medvedev Mueller match. And then I'd like to get into the preview between Minaur and Medvedev, which will be in the next round. For me, it was kind of what we thought going in terms of it was going to be a marathon match, very physical. But I've just been genuinely surprised, maybe impressed by Medvedev in terms of like his on-court character out here. I've been mentioning it, how he's just outspoken in terms of the services he doesn't like and the ones that don't suit his game well. But he's making do so well, and the forehand is what's been most impressive. I mean, the backhand, it can hang with anyone, and he can, guide it where it needs to be. But against Mueller, he has a lot of topspin on that forehand and creates a lot of angle. And Medvedev was answering the call there, and also the draw shot in terms of variety, it was doing a really good job. And Mueller, one of the more fit players on tour, one of the better movers. I feel like people don't really know that as he's come through the ranks, is how good of a mover he is, and getting to those drop shots. But Medvedev they were super timely. He disguised it well, especially on the backhand wing. So I'll say I was impressed with Medvedev today. Did you have any thoughts on that match?
Yeah, it was always going to be tough for Medvedev. I mean, Muller's been playing really well this year, but yeah, kind of went the long way round again, as we all knew he would.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about the fact that he was serving for the match and then lost the set.
It's just so strange. I mean, I find myself so often thinking about Daniil Medvedev as like, okay, he comes into this match against someone that's like 40 in the world, like he's expected to win, but like he's like, even in like a 5-setter, he's two sets to love down, but I just have this feeling that he's gonna win. Like thinking about like the Australian Open 2024, like that match against Rusevori where he was 2 sets to love down and he came through, and I had no doubts that he would come through that match, because it's just what Medvedev does. He makes life so difficult for himself, but then he just plays it. He just plays his way. But yeah, I mean, this Medvedev De Minaur match, I mean, it's just gonna be a slog, like a real slog. I don't expect anyone to stick around for the full 4.5 hours. But yeah,
let's see. Is that match being played tomorrow? Because
I mean, that's rough on Medvedev. That's now nearly 6 hours on court in 2 days.
Yeah, it is. It's third up on Court del Princess. All right. I mean,
I guess
that
go
could
Medvedev.
definitely have that could have a impact. Go ahead.
I'll go Medvedev in 3, mainly because I just feel exactly what I was just talking about. The Medvedev's going to somehow find a way, and he'll, none of them's going to hit through the other. It's going to be a lot of sliding around the court, a lot of backhand to backhand exchanges, and I think in the backhand, De Minaur has that kind of edge. Like, I actually think that De Minaur's backhand down the line's a little underrated. I kind of like his backhand down the line. It's so flat that, so he nails the line like 90% of the time. And, it's tough to deal with, but I'm going to give it to Medvedev again in 3, just because I feel as though he'll somehow find a way to pull De Minaur around the court enough to wear him down and finish the job.
I'm with you. I'm going with the Medvedev effect here. I just think I've been impressed with his ability to, he just does everything on his terms, and like I said, I think that I know what I'm getting on the backhand wing, and obviously I've really been impressed with the drop shot and disguise and timing of everything. That's what's been impressive. But yeah, all hail the return of Medvedev.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about a tournament, as I was saying, with I think these conditions are very similar to Rome. And I'm thinking specifically about Tabio and Medvedev. But yeah, I mean, head to head, 7-3. I was gonna say, how many times have they met on clay? That's what I'm looking at right now. That's a classic dance.
Yeah, it's such a
So much fun.
there.
All right, French Open. Let's see.
The the Italian Open social media team put a meme out about that earlier. That exact celebration. Yeah, there's a whole story behind the meme, but yeah, they love to rinse that one like all the time.
It's so good. All right, yeah. So they've only met once on clay. It was at the French Open last year, and I'm trying to recall
and
that match,
Minaur
but
obviously won. Yeah, I remember that match. Medvedev definitely wasn't at the races that day.
Yeah.
I remember it very clearly. He was very down from the beginning of the match. And I kind of felt as though he was never in it. Like, yeah, it went 4, but I just felt as though Medvedev was never going to win that match. And de Minaur was playing well on the clay. Obviously, he made the quarterfinals last year, lost to Zverev, but yeah, he definitely played well that day. And you know, de Minaur isn't a bad clay courter, but like he's become such a well-rounded player on all surfaces, and that's why he's that top 10 player. You know, had that big top 10 break at the beginning of last year, and now he's just sort of established himself as that like 11, 10, 9, 8 sort of spot. But yeah, I'm still going to give it to Medvedev just because I feel as though, you know, if Medvedev starts cramping, I think that just gives me even more hope that Medvedev will win. You know, I think, you know, the worse it looks, the better it gets.
Yeah, I mean, it's just he's one of those players where he's not gonna beat himself really, and that's what makes him so difficult in these types of situations. So yeah, it should be a battle.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.